Now let's have a look the plug and play VPN that we developed in our Houston NG firewall. So Pmp VPN is also a patent feature from Houston. So basically, the IPsec VPN configurations and also maintenance will require for some specific operation skills, and also may have high maintenance cost to the IT team. To relieve this network administrator's workload, especially for these branches who has not the experienced IT guy to help them to do some management for the firewall. So in this case, we provide them the easy to use plug and play VPN. So in this case, most of the VPN configurations will be done by the headquarters side, because in headquarters you have the IT team who will focus on the management of all the devices. So in this case, we can support the PnP VPN and create most of the VPN configurations from the headquarters side. And then for the branch side, they only need to do some simple configurations. So this is the topology for the plug and play VPN. According to this topology below, the headquarters firewall acts as the PnP VPN server, and the branches side, this firewall in branch side, they working as PnP VPN client. So client will access to the headquarters server side to get most of the VPN configuration distributed from the headquarters side. Here is the configuration steps. So first of all, you need to configure the authentication server and also add for the users. And then you need to configure for the standard IKE VPN. And also you need to create the tunnel interface and also add the tunnel route to peer side. And the client side only need to do some basic network configurations and also the PnP VPN client configurations. So here is the configurations in the server side. Basically, you need to do some network settings to allow the firewall, the server, to access to internet. And then you need to create for the PnP server, and also create for the PnP VPN user. You need to configure both user to each of the branch, and then you need to generate the user key for the remote branch, and then share this key to the branch to access to the PnP VPN server. And also you need to generate the route to each of the branches. Okay, so this is the server-based configuration. You need to add the tunnel interface and also the policy. And for the client side, so as I mentioned, you only need to configure for some basic configurations and also configure for the PnP client to add the PnP server IP, the ID of this of your own site of yourself, and also the password which is generated from the server side, and your egress interface and also your ingress interface. Okay. And after that, you can check the connection. So after the client accessed to the server, all the VPN configuration will be automatically distributed. And besides of that, besides of the PnP VPN, actually we also have another solution, which is the SD-WAN solution. So by adding the SD-WAN controller, so all those configurations will automatically, all the VPN configurations and also the branch firewall settings will be automatically distributed from the SD-WAN controller, especially for the VPN configurations. In this case, the branch side even don't need to configure for some basic firewall settings. So that is just the additional nodes for this plug and play. So customer also have some other solution, especially for the customer who had large number of branches. So they can use this SD-WAN solution to easily distribute all the configurations from the headquarters side through the controller